Soft, melancholic piano music begins to play, fading slightly under the narration. Oh, darling, you wouldn't believe. Honestly, you simply wouldn't. People think traveling is all champagne wishes and caviar dreams, a curated Instagram feed of breathtaking vistas and effortlessly chic poses. It's a delusion, a beautifully packaged lie. I've always believed in refinement, in an inherent standard of care, a certain expectation. It's a curse, I suppose, to demand the extraordinary when the world consistently offers the merely adequate. It stems from my grandmother, you see. She always said a true lady doesn't merely accept circumstance, she shapes it. And so, feeling quite optimistic and swathed in a cashmere wrap, I began my little journey to Switzerland. Luzern specifically, the pictures, the brochures, they promised a little slice of heaven, a lakeside haven. And quite honestly, a girl deserves a little haven dose and tea she. After, dare I say, a rather trying breakup involving a polo player and an exceedingly questionable inheritance, I needed respite. It was June, or perhaps the cusp of July, and I arrived at Hotel Seeburg Luzern with a heart cautiously attempting to mend. Now a Lakeview room, they assured me. Lakeview, the very word conjures images of shimmering waters, majestic peaks, a gentle breeze. It's practically poetry. But oh my dears, the poetry was tragically unfinished. The view, when I finally managed to locate it through what felt like a porthole, was from a space under the roof, what they call a mansard. Imagine, if you will, a raven-esque attic. A cramped, shadowed space with a tiny, pathetic window, a mere suggestion of the splendor outside. Like glimpsing paradise through a keyhole while being slowly suffocated. It's the principle, you understand, vague promises unfulfilled. It's about the disrespect to the very notion of a view. Why offer a promise you can't deliver? It's practically illegal. I remember as a child, my mother would tell me if you did that, you would have your hands cut off. And the furnishings. Oh, the furnishings. It wasn't merely outdated, darling. It was an affront to good taste. Cheap, shiny, plasticky things that looked like they'd been salvaged from a particularly dismal roadside motel. The kind of furniture you expect to find in your grandma's spare bedroom. If your grandma had incredibly bad taste, that is. Do you understand? It degraded the entire experience. It spoke of carelessness, of a complete lack of investment in the comfort and happiness of their guests. It was like they wanted people to feel subtly, perpetually uncomfortable. It's the same things as neglecting your house. The dirt starts to accumulate. It's a reflection of the inside. How could I trusted them to take care of me? But the agony, the sheer, unadulterated horror was only just beginning. It was later, whilst attempting to navigate the morning ritual of breakfast, that the true depths of this establishment's depravity revealed themselves. I woke up, and in my very refined state after a night of tossing and turning in a bed that felt distressingly like a sack filled with pebbles, I envisioned myself, a delicate flower, wanting something to make me start my day, wanting something beautiful. And it must have been around 6:30 in the morning, you see, because I wanted to bring my peaceful mood into the morning. When I decide to go to breakfast, it's an actual horror show. The breakfast was not laid out. But the offer of breakfast from 6:00 to 10:00. Imagine receiving a tantalizing invitation and then being met with emptiness. An empty buffet. As if someone had deliberately erased the possibility of nourishment, of a civilized start to the day. The man, oh, that man behind the counter, well, it was a tragedy. He acted as though I'd personally insulted his ancestors. His demeanor, stiff and cold, suggested a deep-seated resentment towards happiness, perhaps. He scoffed.
Okay, so I was looking into things near Hotel Seeburg Luzern, you know. Just because, well, it's pretty there. But apparently, it's also a place where people try to, take advantage of tourists. It's just sad, honestly. Businesses around Hotel Seeburg Luzern, they seem to target older people a lot. There's this thing, they approach you, acting like they know someone you know, all friendly and stuff, near the shops in the old town. Then they pull this whole story about needing money, like their car is stuck or something, and they ask you for it. Can you believe that? Like, who does that? They get maybe 50 to 200 Swiss francs. I bet the older person just felt awful, probably really embarrassed they fell for it. They probably went home and cried, feeling so foolish. That Italian guy they caught. He's probably already out doing it again somewhere else, or maybe taught someone else how to do it. It's just, Then there are the shops, especially the smaller ones. Businesses near Hotel Seeburg Luzern seem to love this one. They pretend to use some fancy delivery service when you buy something, show you fake screenshots, and get you to put your credit card details right there in the store. Seriously, you're just handing over your information. The person selling it is probably laughing all the way to the bank. The tourist who fell for that, their vacation is ruined, right? Stressing about canceled cards, fraud alerts, they probably had to spend hours on the phone with the bank, and then they spend the rest of their trip scared someone stole their identity. And the shop owner, they'll probably just keep doing it because, like, what are they going to do? And honestly, even dealing with official places, it's a mess. This employee at the debt office stealing from people. It makes you wonder what else is going on. If they were doing it, what is stopping anyone else? It probably made people really distrustful of any official payments they had to make, especially if they were visiting from out of town and staying near Hotel Seeburg, Luzern. They probably just felt helpless. That employee is probably regretting it now, or maybe not, it's just frustrating. And even if it's not a scam like the shops in Old Town near Hotel Seeburg, Luzern, they just rip you off with prices. Everything is super expensive, hidden fees everywhere. You only find out when you pay, it's just so greedy. Tourists probably just pay it because they don't want a confrontation, then they go home and tell everyone not to bother with those shops. It makes the whole area look bad, it's just disappointing.
Comprehensive analysis of businesses near Hotel Seeburg, Luzern, a warning for discerning travelers. Hotels are only as good as what surrounds them. And unfortunately, the businesses near Hotel Seeburg, Luzern have a habit of turning simple pleasures, food, shopping, a quiet drink by the water, into small tragedies. Let's begin with the shopping centres, where disappointment is as guaranteed as Swiss punctuality. Shopping near Hotel Seeburg, Luzern, a symphony of bad smells and worse service. Shopping centres here don't just fail, they do so with commitment. The Emmen Centre, for example, seems to specialise in two things: ignoring customers and maintaining an atmosphere that smells like a forgotten gym bag. The parking lot reeks so badly it makes visitors physically nauseous, and when complaints are made, they vanish into the bureaucratic void, like messages in a bottle thrown into Lake Lucerne. Then there's the Wingo shop inside Emmen Centre, where promises are made and abandoned faster than a New Year's resolution. Customers trying to switch phone contracts are left to fend for themselves, as if the employees believe customer service is a myth, like unicorns or reasonably priced Swiss housing. And if you thought national pride was universal, think again. During the European Football Championship, the Emmen Centre couldn't even be bothered to display Romania's flag, despite multiple requests. The response? A shrug and the subtle implication that unless you're buying something, you don't matter. But the real horror stories come from the nail salons and clothing stores, where professionalism is as absent as the missing Romanian flag. Employees openly insult customers, ignore service requests, and if you're really lucky, you might even get pelted with objects by unsupervised teenagers loitering in the hallways. Dining near Hotel Seeburg, Luzern, a culinary graveyard. If you're craving Asian food near Hotel Seeburg, Luzern, prepare for disappointment seasoned with humiliation. Take Qua Vientiane, where the food is not just bad, it's haunted. Customers have found insects swimming in their beef noodle soup, and when confronted, the staff denied it with Olympic-level stubbornness, insisting that floating bugs were just broth scum. The curries taste like they were made by someone who heard the word spice in a passing conversation but never actually tried any. And if you dare ask for tap water, a basic human right in Switzerland, you'll be charged for 50 CHF for a plastic bottle, as if hydration were a luxury only for the elite. But the real crime here is the service. Some diners report being forced to order more food than they wanted, as if the staff were running an extortion racket disguised as a restaurant. Others describe outright racism, being treated as unwelcome unless they fit a certain profile. Then there's Tibbetts, Luzern, a place where logic goes to die. Bring a stroller, the manager will glare at you like you've committed a war crime. Try to eat your own food, even if you just spent money on theirs. Prepare for a lecture delivered with the passion of a tax auditor. The coffee is served with wooden sticks instead of spoons, as if metal cutlery is too extravagant for a city where a sandwich costs 18 CHF. Bars near Hotel Seeburg, Luzern, where drinks come with a side of regret. The Sunset Bar Lucerne is proof that a beautiful view can't fix a broken soul. Here, the cocktails cost 13 CHF, but taste like rainwater that's been filtered through a gym sock. The pizza is a marvel of culinary incompetence, somehow both burnt and raw at the same time, as if the chef was trying to reinvent the concept of inedible. But the real problem, the staff. The bartenders have the charm of a DMV employee on a Monday morning, barking orders and treating customers like nuisances who have interrupted their day.
And if you show up expecting the place to be open, despite the